Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Thank you for coming back for round 2 of our action this evening at Grinnell. We'll try this again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Thank you for coming back for round 2 of our action this evening at Grinnell High School. This second matchup features the Grinnell Tigers versus the second-ranked Pella Dutch. So Grinnell comes off a win against North Polk. Pella comes off a buzzer beater against ADM. Grinnell is a true underdog in this game, but it all depends on how Grinnell shows up tonight.
Either way you look at it, it's going to be a tough game. The Tigers have a good win at North Polk. They played really hard, and the flip side of it is this Pella team's just good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. I believe they're ranked second in the rating, so they're playing against a good team. And heads up, they're a tall team too. Now, granted, I don't know if Drew Kaufman's going to play much tonight, but between Owen and Drew's height, if they could get in there, get a little scrapping in between them, and Mateus Durr's been getting some quality playing time coming in there, moved him up from the JV squad. So I think there's a couple dynamics that work, but in the end, it's all about rivalry. And Pella and Grinnell in basketball has just been super competitive. And even when a team's a bad team or a good team, it seems like the best comes out of them when we play Pella. And we'll see how this game goes tonight, but that's what I'm looking for. Jay Cole had a really good performance coming off last game, so I think we just got to key on what's good, and hopefully they hit the boards hard and they have a good night.
So Pella comes in at 8-2, Grinnell at 5-5. Do not let 8-2 fool you. Pella is a very good basketball team, ranked second in 3A. Norwalk sits at first, and they even beat Norwalk, which is really interesting. They beat Norwalk on December 14th, 84-66. Their only losses come to Gilbert, the first game of the year, which I guess you could say that's just, first game jitters. And then they lost to Indianola 89-86, and we all know how good Indianola is. It's a big three-way tie for the front race of the Little Hawkeye Conference between Pella and Indianola and Oskaloosa. So Pella is head coached by Derek Schulte, hired just a little bit ago. And he was the former coach of the Montezuma Braves, who went 178-82 under him. So we'll get some pregame lineup set, and we'll get back to you once we get going. All right, so starting lineups have been set. Cole McGriff, Jaden Gibson, AJ Wilkins, Jay Cole, and Mateus Durr are going to lead the way for Grinnell. And we are off and running.
Out there, Pella tonight.
Game.
Shirley, Holtman, Gustafson, DeYoung, and Warner are the starters for Pella.
Looks like we already got a quick foul underneath.
Gibson picks up his first foul.
Jaden had a great game last time against North Polk. 5 3-pointers. Really, really good night. So that one misses on the first for Pella. And the second one will go as well. That guy's got nice shoes. 1-0. Pella leads over Grinnell. 7:47 remaining here as we are just getting underway. And we're going to have a foul on Pella.
So, quick fouls right out of the gate tonight.
Set the tone. So Jaden Gibson will bring it up court, trying to have a repeat night. He'd love to do it. McGriff at the top of the key, kicks around. Gibson. Nice catch by Jay Cole. He goes up strong and gets the layup to go.
Nice just to attack that basket and go right at it. Good job.
It's a trend. Grinnell has to start quick, and they got to hurry early. We've seen them against Oskaloosa. We've seen them against the other teams that are at the top tier. They got to start early. There's a miss on the glass.
DeYoung has just got to be a force to reckon with in there.
And again, we got a foul on Pella.
Delay a game by Pella, kicking the ball out.
Number 52. We got a last name on that?
DeYoung.
DeYoung.
I think
we're going to be saying his name a lot tonight.
Hear that name a lot tonight.
Yeah, we did. I heard a lot last year, too.
I think it's, in a way, it's just going to have to force them to either put Owen or Drew against him because you're going to have some to guard that height in there.
Wilkins hands off to Mateus, who got inserted into the starting lineup. They've really been playing with the center position a lot this year. As Pella tries to reach it in, and Jake can't get away. As the Dutch move this thing around. DeYoung inside. His layup is no good. And you could see why, Grinnell was why Pella was able to maybe beat Oskaloosa. DeYoung is bigger, or maybe just a little bit shorter than Henry and Foster.
But his brute strength, he's a little bit more aggressive against Foster. And even Nicole Henry, he just fills that lane up well.
What a layup by Wilkins. I guess they just stopped. 4-3.
Most of these kids, between Pella and Grinnell, they played against each other for so long, and they either been on AAU teams with each other or different type of Iowa Energy or Iowa Intensity leagues that they all know each other by first name, and outside of it, they're pretty good friends.
Wilkins thought about a three. Gibson's going to take his shot. No good. And Pella's got the board. Grinnell leads 4-3. There's a cross-court pass. AJ tries to get back on defense as Pella gets the three to go. (6-4). 5:15 remaining here in the first quarter. AJ gets this thing across to Cole, and Cole set up offensively. Mateus Durr in the corner, not going to take the shot. Backs down, tries to go on the post. As AJ swings to the corner. As Hull flips up a little bit. Mateus, mid-range jumper, no good. Wide open for three. Off front iron, Mateus.
Yeah, great.
Gets away.
Great job by Mateus. He had full control of DeYoung underneath that basket. And I think leg strength against leg strength, he won the battle on that one. I don't think DeYoung's going to forget about it, though. So,
senior taking on a sophomore. McGriff crosses the half-court line. Mateus kicks back outside. Wilkins deep three. That's no good. And here come the Dutch. 6-4, 4:19 remaining here in the first quarter. As Pella gets this thing handed off. DeYoung misses high off the glass. Goes back up strong, gets the layup to go. And full timeout by, timeout by Grinnell. We'll take one with them. 8-4. Grinnell trails Pella. Pella leads over Grinnell 8-4 out of the timeout. Grinnell's going to have to start making shots. I know they're only down by 4, but with Pella, the second-ranked team in 3A, they got to get going.
Yeah, I think you're just going to have to make decision right there. Great job. That's going to be the answer. Owen's going to have to take the basket, and he's so used to blocking shots that he's going to get called for that foul and go ahead and get him out of the center of that lane.
Owen's free throw is good. 8-7. Pella crosses the half-court line. Owen plays tough defense. As Grinnell's going to play up here a little bit. Sharp's son and himself barking out orders as DeYoung's going to the free throw line here. He draws the foul.
That's good right there. Going to be the tough challenge because DeYoung's smart enough that he knows all he got to do is roll that ball backwards a little bit, and he's got to pick up that cheap foul like that.
DeYoung's first falls. DeYoung's second falls. 10-7. Pella's slight full court pressure causing Grinnell a few problems here. And Kaufman goes up strong. Could this be the night we see a win?
He's just going to keep going at him. I think that's the best thing for the night.
Grinnell trails by 1. Here's a deep three-pointer. Good. AJ gets it across court to Jake. Inside to Owen. Wide open. Gibson for 3. No good. Rebound grab by Pella. Pella tries to swing this thing around. Ed, three-pointer good. They're a three-point shooting team.
That's his second three-pointer of the evening so far.
Grinnell's got to pick up tempo here. AJ cannot get it off court, and timeout taken by Sharp. We'll take one with them. Grinnell trails Pella 16-9. So Pella leads out of the timeout by Sharp, 16-9. Grinnell's got to maybe pick up some tempo here if they want to get off and running. Owen fires the mid-range jumper and gets it to go. He's having a good little quarter.
That's 6 into it from Owen already.
Yeah, he's got 7. Grinnell's just got to hang on with this swinging offense that Pella runs. So they try to move this one around the top of the key. And the pull-up jumper is no good. Owen Kaufman tried to get the jump, and he does. And that should be a foul. I mean, DeYoung tried to defend himself there. It's not even a foul on him, but DeYoung was holding on to Owen.
It's 2 fouls.
Interesting. I mean, I think he was just kind of holding on to him, but I guess he didn't.
But still, unless you're going for the ball, you can't be pulling them back like that.
Gibson fires a bullet to Mateus, and that one goes out. Well, we can never doubt Jaden's arm. He's quite the pitcher, so.
Yeah, a little bit of strength behind that throw.
16-11, Grinnell could use a big shot here. And that one bounces out of bounds. Gibson fires this one over the top to Eli. Mateus Durr at the top. Jaden's going to have to control the offense here. Owen Kaufman here at the top. Kicks inside and misses Mateus, and it'll be out on Grinnell.
Owen, he played a little bit in the JV game earlier, and he had about 4 or 5 really good assists, so his height helps him to see who is open out there, and just a little bit of a hard push on that pass.
(16-11), 1:07 remaining here in the first quarter. Pella leads over Grinnell. Deep three-pointer, off front iron, rebound, grab back by Pella. It's the height advantage, should be a travel. It's not, it's a blocking foul. Man.
2 quick fouls on Owen.
Already Owen's second when you need him when he has that height advantage.
Well, they're doing nothing that Grinnell's not trying to do against DeYoung either. Is you just take it in as hard as you can.
First free throw falls. Second free throw is good. 18-11. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nice cross-court pass by Grinnell as they'll try to swing this thing. McGriff outside to Eli. Hole goes to work down low. It's going to be a foul on the floor.
Fouls on number 20, Warner.
Grinnell gets the inbound. 29 seconds left. They trail by 7.
It's kind of a unique out there right now. You have Grant Nelson guarding Cole McGriff, sophomore to sophomore, and Warner's guarding A.J. Wilkins, sophomore to sophomore.
18-13, 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Grinnell's just kind of hanging around. Pella drives all the way. The layup is good off the glass. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Grinnell trails Pella 22-13. We'll see you back for the second quarter. Second quarter of action ready to get going. The score is 20-13, but Grinnell really just kind of hanging around right now. And maybe that's the only way that this can work. But they need some buckets here offensively as they kick this thing around. And we got a foul underneath. Grant Nelson gets called on the foul. He was the one that hit the game-winning buzzer beater.
Yep.
And Nelson also has the steal. Heads all the way up court, and the layup is good. A.J. Wilkins kicks it over to Eli. Eli drives all the way and goes. Can't get it to go. Hole goes up strong, gets it to go though.
Pella crowd's kind of crawling over the back, but compared to what we've seen DeYoung earlier, that's nothing.
That was basically a lob. That was very successful, 15-24. And we got a full timeout taken by Sharp. Grinnell trails Pella 24-15. So after Coach Sharp's full timeout, Grinnell trails Pella 24-15 here in the second quarter with 6:57 remaining. Grinnell's tempo got to get picked up just a little bit. Their shots have not been able to fall. Owen Kaufman goes down low, gets blocked, and gets fouled.
Ginley, the foul, that's his first.
Owen Kaufman goes over the top to get that one, backs down. J. Cole gets up and gets a charge.
J. Cole gets called for his first foul.
Three-pointer by Pella. Good. They have shooters.
They do. You know, they have good ball movement, getting around the perimeter, going from the inside, and depending on who they have in there, if DeYoung's in, they try to work it inside. If he's not, they do a good perimeter game and spin around the outside.
McGriff tries to swing this thing around. Jaden at the corner. Hands it off to Jake. Jake drives baseline. McGriff for three. Got it to go.
A few of those will definitely get us back in the ball game.
Another three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound grab by Cole. Can Grinnell go on a little bit of a run here? AJ at the wing. Hands off to Jaden. Kicks cross court to Owen. Owen at the top. Fakes, drives all the way. Layup is good. Nine points for Owen so far. 27-20, 5:16 remaining. That layup is no good, and Grinnell has the board. McGriff up court. Owen Kaufman drives all the way, and he can't get it to go, but Jake Cole's on the glass. And nice. Pella wants a timeout.
Nice job following up by Jake Cole. You know, that's going to be the commitment from the Grinnell Tigers is we can't depend on that first shot falling. You're going to have to follow the shot and go to the basket.
Right.
And those rebounds are going to make the difference on whether we're going to keep moving forward this game or just, I hate to say it, give up and roll back and play defense. So, again, you know, you have to keep following those shots up and going after that basket and don't give up.
So Grinnell goes on a little bit of a scoring run there, and it's 27-22. As we're coming out of the timeout. Again, Grinnell just hanging around.
Well, that was a nice little spurt of energy that last minute and a half there. So,
three-pointer by the Dutch. No good. Jay Cole is on the glass. He heads it up to Cole McGriff. Over to Wilkins.
Two quality rebounds from...
Nice pass inside, and Kaufman got shoved by DeYoung. They didn't call anything, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty aggressive ball game in there.
My goodness. The only reason he missed the shot is because he got shoved. (27-22). 4:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Wilkins over here in the corner, hands off to Jaden. And Gibson's going to hang on here at the top. McGriff gets a screen from Kaufman, just pulls up from three. No good. Kaufman is on the glass, though. Nice pass inside. Jake Cole goes to work. His turnaround jumper is good. 27-24. It's down to a three-point ball game. Grinnell could use some crowd work. DeYoung goes underneath and gets fouled.
That's number 2 on Jake. I think it's going to get pretty aggressive as this ball game keeps going.
It's almost like an automatic bailout.
Yeah. You know, in actually side-by-side performance, Jake is probably the one to size up equally to DeYoung strength-wise and be able to put power back into him. But
DeYoung misses both. 27-24, 3:59 remaining here in the first half. Mateus Durr has it over the top. Kicks in the corner. Wilkins for three. Can't get it to go. And here come the Dutch.
I think Owen is just giving enough frustration to D. Young that.
Out of bounds. Man, Grinnell could really use a point here. Just to get this thing close. I mean, it's been close, but Grinnell has just rallied.
Yeah, and there's so many fouls that are just not getting called. I mean, I didn't know if you noticed that Owen was literally chicken winged as he come down around there.
This is where Grinnell can't slow down. AJ tosses cross court to Mateus. Hands it off to Cole. Grinnell's running plays here offensively, trying to get something going. Jaden couldn't get the play. Eventually has it here at the top of the key, surveys, finds Alex inside. Alex fakes, goes up strong, a nice reverse, couldn't get it to go, and Pella comes back. So one-on-one. And good defense by Grinnell, but Mateus Durr comes away with the rebound.
That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get both hands on it and just rip that thing down and play.
Mateus drives, can't get the foul to go, and it's a charge. Grinnell's coming so close. They're just...
You know, anytime you have that much of a delay, I hate to say it, it just gives too much time to set that up, and you almost think a charge is going to be called.
27-24, 2:42 remaining here in the first half. Pella leads over Grinnell. Pella hasn't been able to make a shot in a long time. That one's no good. Alex on the glass. Gibson keeps his eyes up court. McGriff has it at the wing, surveys. Grinnell's got to get a bucket. Now they're going cold. Gibson off to the corner to Alex. And he'll hand back off to AJ. Gets a screen though. And AJ missed communication. And here comes Pella back the other way. And a good steal, but they're going to call foul. Man.
Looked like a pretty clean pick there on the bottom, but they call AJ with that foul. That's his first foul.
So a missed opportunity there. There was miscommunication by Mateus and AJ, and that free throw falls.
Tigers definitely tightened up this ball game. They got it within, actually they were within two, so.
Second one falls. 29-24. Eli hands off to Cole, in the corner to Jake. Jake tries to go in on DeYoung. Kicks back outside, McGriff for three. Can't get it to go, and Pella's got the board. 29-24, 1:45 left here in the first half. Here's the Dutch on a drive. Nice defense by Alex.
Yeah, Alex got a hand on that, just enough to kick it out and away.
McGriff at the top. Gets a screen, cuts back outside. Eli cutting back to Alex. 1:25 left here in the first half.
Good ball movement by the Tigers, being patient, not trying to push anything inside.
They're only trailing by 5. As Jaden sets up. Trying to get something going offensively. Alex just going to take it, spins, goes up strong, and can't get it to go. Jake Cole's on the glass and gets fouled.
Well, working to get 2 points the hard ways, that's what you got to do.
So 2 big free throws upcoming for Jake here. And Jake sinks his first. This game was getting out of reach, and now all of a sudden Grinnell just went on a little bit of a run. They've been able to keep it close. 29-25 with 53 seconds left here in the first half. Grinnell's just kind of hanging. As Jake misses his second, but Alex Snooks on the glass, and it's ripped away. And here come the Dutch. Grinnell's got to get back defensively. Should be a travel. It's not. Jake Cole's on the glass, hands back off to Jaden. 37 seconds left. Hole. Crossover, loses it, and Pella's got the ball. And here come the Dutch. Good defense by Jaden. That one's tipped. Gibson saves it back inside to Jake Cole. Goes up strong, and no foul!
Wow.
As there's a huge fight for the basketball, and we finally got a foul. Who's it going to be on? And it's going to be on Grinnell.
I can't see who they... Alex Snook.
Well, it was great hustle, but for some reason, they just didn't call a foul. And is it? Yeah. So they're just checking some stuff here. So really the only way Pella's been able to make shots when you think about it here in these last few minutes has just been free throws.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what was going on over here.
Well, it's just trying to figure out who was going to get beat up here. Seemed like it's going to be pretty aggressive there, and you can't come out of the whole thing and then call a little touch foul in the very end.
Free throw is no good. Rebound grab by Alex. 13 seconds left. Grinnell could use a big shot here to get this crowd going. 8 seconds. Jaden back to AJ. Gets a screen. 4 seconds. AJ fires a deep three. Hits it! And that'll do it for the end of the first half.
Nice little ending. Brings that up within 2. That gives you pretty good momentum, even though you're down, going into that locker room, talk over some of the things that went wrong, and come back out and attack them. They're not the Giants. They definitely they could be brought down a little bit, and I think the Grinnell Tigers do a good job at readjusting to that, and I think we'll look good for a good second half.
30-28, it's halftime. Grinnell trails Pella. Well, we are welcoming you back to the second half of action between Grinnell and Pella. Grinnell's hanging around, 30-28. It's been a crazy game so far. Grinnell was down by a little bit. Probably a lot of people thought it was over, but Grinnell came right on back, and it's been pretty good.
You know, not giving up on that defensive end and working their way to find that ball on the inside.
So here come the Dutch, 30-28. As we got a foul on the first. So a leading scorer for Grinnell so far, it is Jake Hull. In the first half, he had 11 points for the Tigers. Stepped up big. Owen Kaufman had a good first half. Had to go out because of foul trouble, but really rebounded. 31-28 after the first make, or the one make of a free throw. Griff gets a screen from Mateus Derv. Pulls up for mid. Got it to go. Grinnell's going to need their shots. DeYoung goes inside, gets the layup to go.
I hate to say it, that's about all you could do. In other words, you're going to get a foul and they're just going to send them back to the line.
Gibson tried to drive all the way. AJ gets caught in the corner. Cross court to Cole. McGriff almost reached in. McGriff drives all the way. Nice take and gets the layup to go. 33-32. Deep three by Pella. No good. Rebound grabbed by Jake. And Grinnell has a chance. McGriff, nice crossover to Gibson in the corner. Picks up his dribble. AJ gets a good screen. Kicks back to Cole. Cole just fires a three. No good. And it's out of bounds. If you would have told me Grinnell would be trailing by 1 point with 6:39 remaining here in the third quarter, I don't know if I would have believed you against this number 2 ranked Pella team.
Well, I think statistic-wise of what we came off of Pella's big wins this week and last week, I think we just were in the impression that we're going to have maybe a little bit more of a powerhouse game, but I think this is the learning curve that the Grinnell Tigers have had in the last couple of weeks, that you know, you can't come in the ball games thinking that a team's going to be beating you out. You got to stand up to them and play good aggressive basketball.
Deep three-pointer off front iron, and we got a foul underneath on DeYoung. No, it's not on DeYoung, it's on Mateus Derv.
That's his second foul. Team foul number 2 right here in the second half.
Good defense by Grinnell. DeYoung comes up with the loose ball here. As Pella tries to kick this thing around the wing. Loose ball saved by the Dutch. 33-32. Drive to the basket, and we got a foul.
Well, you notice right away, as soon as they bring in Owen Kaufman, someone that has a little bit more height to him, and even when Alex Snook was playing in there a little bit more height against DeYoung, they slowly start to pull everything back out. And I think that was kind of the game changer coming to the end of the second quarter that we started to see Pella's. I think, would you say, all they scored was free throws towards the end of the second quarter. So
that first free throw fell for the Dutch, and the second one follows the same path as the first one as it goes through. 35-32. AJ has it here in the corner. Gets it across court to Jaden at the top of the key. And Gibson drives all the way, kicks outside. Nice pass to Owen underneath, gets bumped and fouled.
Well, he was pushing Owen for about 3 seconds prior to that. So he actually, we won on the end of that ball game because we got to go to the basket, shoot 2. Is that 3 on 2 on DeYoung?
Coffman's first free throw is good. Any opportunity Grinnell could get points is huge.
Owen's really having a pretty good night.
And the second one's off front iron. 35-33. Grinnell hasn't been able to take the lead, but they're really just hanging on. Good pass inside for the Dutch. 37-33. Pella brings a little bit of pressure here. McGriff at the top, kicks over to Owen, who wasn't even looking. Nice screen at the top, AJ. Tries to hand off to Jaden, he does. Cross court to Owen. Jake wanted to drive inside, got caught. Grinnell taking their time on this possession. It's a key possession. Got to come away with some points here. Three fouls on Grinnell so far this half, only 1 on Pella. Gibson tries from 3 range, and he gets it.
Good look from the corner ball and Jaden there. It's all about patience. And it was important that we walk away with something. We could hand off that 2-point shot there from DeYoung and go right back down and get another 3-pointer.
39-36. McGriff thought about driving. Gibson again for 3. And he hits another! Got the friendly roll and we're tied. 39-39.
We'll call that the Grinnell bounce.
Nice drive by Pella and he gets it to go. 41-39. Grinnell trails the Dutch, but only by 2.
As the evening gone, it's a pretty hard-fought basketball game between both teams here.
Kaufman tried to get DeYoung. He'll back down. Hands off to Cole. Gets a screen. Cole back outside. Gibson kicks in the corner. If only Kaufman can shoot 3s. Hole gets around and just loses it on the way up.
A little bit of a foul there. I don't think it was called, but
McGriff checks out. He has a really good start to this half.
For the most part, I'll give this to whoever comes off the bench, whether it's Eli or Matea started, but
nice basket.
We've had a pretty good rotation of solid players in this game at all the time, and I think that's kind of the plus what's keeping us here too.
Nice drive to the basket and a foul on Jaden. Grinnell can get to the hump, but can they get over the hump and take the lead?
I disagree with that foul. If it was going to be on anyone, it should have been on Jaden. He's the one that ripped it pretty hard, but
first free throw falls. Second one upcoming. 42-41. And the second one rims out. DeYoung gets away with the reaching. 42-41, 2:37 left here in the third quarter. Stolen away by the Dutch. And a nice steal by Eli. And it's stolen right back. Number 12 pushing. Gets caught and it's stolen away by AJ.
Non-stop defense back and forth here.
Grinnell has a chance to take the lead. It'd be their first lead since they led 2-1. Mateus inside. Kaufman goes up strong, gets fouled, and he couldn't get it to go.
Number 3 on DeYoung.
So Cole McGriff takes a quick breather. He's going to come right back in.
Seems like it should be DeYoung's 9th, but we won't complain about that.
Owens' first free throw is good. Is it possible Grinnell could actually take the lead? And they do. Grinnell has the lead, 43-42 with 2:05 remaining here in the third quarter. It's still a long way to go, but Grinnell is just hanging around.
Well, we've definitely come to the court tonight, and it's been a shootout. I mean, we exchanged baskets back and forth. Good defensive play.
Got a foul on Mateus.
That's Mateus' 3rd foul.
So Pella's going to throw in. Grinnell leads 43-42 with 1:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Here's a drive. Somehow goes in.
Nice little floater, brings it in, tucks it away.
It's a 1-point ball game. Now Grinnell finds themselves trailing. 5 fouls, or Grinnell has 5 fouls. Pella has 2. Jaden Gibson for 3. Can't get it to go. And here come the Dutch. And they somehow call a foul. It's going to be hard because Grinnell, they have to play strong defense every single time they go down. That is 4 for Kaufman. And when you have a presence like that down low, you always have to keep playing defense every single time you come down here.
Owens kind of getting the bad end of the call on this. Definitely playing a tough ball game in and out of there. And
second one falls. 46-43. Eli crosses the half-court line. McGriff, 4-3. Good!
Nice cross-court pass there by Jaden Gibson. Get your eyes up and see what's on the court. Good job there.
Pella kicks in the corner. Their three-pointer. Good. Grinnell has to play up. 49-46. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Eli becomes trapped. Crosses the half-court line. Gets it outside to Jake. Hole drives, goes up strong for 2, and can't get the friendly roll. 23 seconds left, and the Dutch will hold out until the end of the quarter. Grinnell's hanging in. They trailed 30-28 at halftime. 49-46 now as Jaden pokes that thing away. No backcourt.
That was definitely off his foot.
Blocked.
Nice block.
2 seconds. McGriff fires up a half-court shot, and he's way off. But that's good momentum. That'll do it for the end of the third. 49-46, Grinnell trails Pella. 49-46. Pella leads over Grinnell. This thing is far from over. We got 8 more minutes of basketball left. Grinnell has tended to just kind of slow down when it comes to fourth quarters, but we'll see if the Tigers can crawl back as they're down by 3. They have the ball. Let's see what they can do against the second-ranked team in 3A. AJ kicks over to Cole. Good defense by Pella. McGriff drives, kicks back outside to Jaden. Jaden in trouble, has to get away. Hands off to McGriff. Jaden thought about a 3. Inside, lazy pass. And the Dutch are going to get a free lane to the basket. 51-46. Grinnell has to play defense. And they got to be careful on offense. 7:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's going to go by quick. Grinnell has 2 timeouts remaining. Pella's got 4 left. Jake Cole backs down, hands off to Alex Snook, who goes inside, goes up strong, gets the 2-pointer to go.
Good job by Snook there, just to stay on it, not give up. Too many times you see them, they get scared, they just hunk it down and kick it back out. But you got to stay with that shot and take it to the basket.
51-48. Drive by the Dutch. Good defense, and somehow it's a foul. Man.
That was a pretty late whistle, almost like someone had a bird in his ear. That's McGriff's 3rd foul on the night.
First free throw falls. 52-48. Grinnell trails by 4. 6:41 left. Pella finds themselves in the bonus, so they'll be shooting a free throw once every rest of the way, which makes Grinnell's job even harder. They trail by 5.
DeYoung's back in the ball game to put a little bit more chaos down in there.
Eli has a lane, takes it, and it's batted out and still stays Grinnell ball. It's been a tough game all night. Grinnell's just going to have to keep going. And McGriff starts here at the top. He's been pretty good tonight. AJ thought about a 3, drives baseline, kicks underneath, good fake, and gets it to go.
Nice drive to the basket, little loop shot there. Keeps us within 3.
53-50. Pella drives, kicks outside, here's a 3. That's no good, and McGriff's on the board. And DeYoung gets the steal. They kick it around, here's a 3-pointer, no good. And we got a foul on Pella. I was going to say, I wasn't really sure how he got that wide open.
Yeah. That's his first of the night.
Man, is this thing really going to go down to the wire? 53-50. 5:51 remaining. Grinnell trails Pella. I know, I'm surprised too. McGriff for 3 in the tie. No good. And they fight for it underneath. Gets stripped away. Ivanov goes up strong. Finally a foul. And we got an angry Pella fan in front of us. But Grinnell finally gets a call to go their way.
That's
Zach.
4 fouls on
4 on DeYoung. I think they're checking something here, possibly on the foul. I don't know if they're checking who had the foul.
Our discussion on how many had.
Maybe they're just trying to keep DeYoung in the basketball game.
Or the books, that's 4. off our official books. That's 4 fouls.
Should be his 4th. Coach Sharp's over here wondering why it's taking so long. He's just kind of sitting here in disgust. We're having quite a few foul scoring table problems tonight.
Well, see, I think the refs, he's showing 4 and a 2. There was no 4-2 out there. So it has to be.
There's a 5-2.
It's 52, which puts it on to Young, would be his 4th.
We're at a standstill. This game's already going pretty late. We started this one at like probably 8:15 maybe.
We could pull back and look at a little video here.
As we wait here, it's been a good night. Crowd's been good. Student section's been good.
So did they give a correction on the foul, or would it stay on?
Finally, we get a check-in, so it's going to be on to Young because he's subbed out. So finally, we get this figured out. AJ's going to throw in for Grinnell. He gets it into Alex in the corner. As they swing it around, AJ for 3. Good! And we're tied. 53-53, 5:24 remaining. And Coach Schulte is getting a little worried. Timeout, Pella. We'll take one with them, 53-53.
Well, you know what? Tuesday night we had a barn burner. We could have a barn burner tonight against Pella, so.
So out of the timeout. 53-53, 5:20 remaining. Grinnell and Pella are tied. Pella got off to like a 27-15 lead, and everyone was probably thinking it's over. But Grinnell has just hung around all night long. And now we're closing in on 5 minutes to go. And the number 2 ranked team in the state in 3A is struggling. Here's a drive to the hoop. Blocked. And Grinnell comes up with the rebound.
Good job there. Jake Hull put the body straight up and just.
Eli drives up strong. Layup is good, and Grinnell takes the lead. And all the way back to the other end, and we got a foul.
Well, we're going to make him work hard for those 2 shots. Nelson to the line to 2, which has had his own little fame earlier in the week. Shooting a game-winning shot for Pella.
It's off. He is off. Remember, Pella still is in the bonus. So that sets up things that are interesting. Second free throw. Good. The student section is in it. And everybody that stuck around, hang on. 55-54, 4:41 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Grinnell has to present a run by Pella. Eli driving, blocking foul.
Great job. You know, he was leaning pretty forward even when it started out, so Nelson got away with it, taking a charge earlier, and this time it come back the other way. Still at that's only 5 fouls. How many fouls Nelson have?
55-54. 4:31 left. AJ kicks into
That's
Owen.
Only his 2nd foul.
Kaufman stuck in the corner, hands off to Cole. Every possession matters for Grinnell, like it has all night. Eli, crossover, drives to the corner, back to Cole. Gets the man jumping. AJ for three. Good! And Grinnell has a 4-point lead. Three-pointer, good. Pella keeps it tough. 58-57, 3:53 remaining. AJ cross court to Cole. Cole sees a lane. Backs up. In the corner. Eli for three. He hits one.
We got a three-point shootout going on here, folks.
61-57, 3.5 left. Pella wanted the three, they didn't take it. Three-pointer by Pella. No good. Eli with the board. Ivanov slings one up court. J. Cole gets the layup to go. Timeout Pella. 63-57. I do not believe what I'm watching.
This is incredible. And I tell you what, these Tiger student section over here is putting so much energy into this basketball team. That's the difference tonight. It's nonstop energy, and wow, what do you say?
Man, it's crazy. We'll take a timeout. All right, so out of the timeout, 63-57. If you thought Tuesday night against Gilbert was stressful, we got a stressful one for you. Grinnell's on top, 63-57, against the number 2 ranked team in 3A. Can they hang on? Pella drives. Layup is good and one. Gee. It's not going to be easy.
That's second foul on Gibson. It's going to be a tough battle to keep in this thing here.
Pella's going to shoot a free throw. And it's good. Good thing they didn't miss it because DeYoung was there for the rebound. Pella brings out the full court press. Just a little bit.
Yep, just kind of a man-up press and see if you can't put a little pressure.
Drives. Wilkins kicks over to Gibson, inside to Jake. Jake goes to work. Layup off the glass is no good. Got his own rebound, got blocked. Jake goes strong, fires a shot, and it's no good, but it's a blocking foul. So Dake's shooting 2. These are big free throws. No, they're not shooting free throws. It was on the floor.
Yeah.
63-60, 2:52 remaining. This will be, I said the quarter would go by quick. It's not going to. There's going to be a lot of fouling here in these last 3 minutes. Owen Kaufman over the top. Hands off to Jake. Slips, and Pella's got the ball. He loses it. Should be a travel. It's not. 63-60.
A lot of unknown calls here going.
My head hurts. 2:30 remaining. Grinnell leads by 3 over Pella. The student section's into it. DeYoung underneath. Goes up strong for 2. He misses. Got his own rebound, and he got fouled.
That'd be 5 fouls on Kaufman.
A big loss for Grinnell.
Yeah, Zolan's had a good game tonight, too.
So Kaufman's going to have to take a seat. And that's a big loss for Grinnell. And are we going to have more problems with this scoring table?
No, I think Coach Sharp's just playing a little game, give everybody reps.
So it goes to Alex Snook's hands underneath. This is a big free throw by Nelson. He saved Pella last time. I'm not sure Pella really loved to envision them going down to the wire. Free throw by Nelson is good. We're tied 63-63, 2:23 remaining here in this ball game. McGriff at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Jake, heads to the corner. Gets stuck, has to face it back to AJ. AJ at the top, gets a screen. Hands off to Gibson. Grinnell gets it under 2 minutes. AJ wanted the three. They need a bucket here so bad. Alex at the top, kicks back to Jaden. Gibson cuts back. Inside to AJ. Hand off to Jake, underneath the basket. Gets blocked, no foul. And Grinnell's got to hurry back. Pella's got a chance to go for the lead. They drive, kick back outside. 1:26 remaining. We're coming down to the buzzer here. A drive up for two. No good. Rebound grabbed by Jaden. 1:18 remaining. Jake Cole up court. Goes up strong. A layup is no good. It's out of bounds on Pella.
Good job, Alex Snook, following that basket around.
Sharp wants a timeout. It's about to get crazy. It's a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 63-63. All right, so out of the timeout. We got 1:12 remaining. And, yeah, Grinnell, the 5-5 Grinnell Tigers are tied with the 8-2 Pella Dutch. The number 2 ranked 3A Pella Dutch. This would be a huge upset if Grinnell were to pull this off. But they need some help. We're tied up. 1:12 remaining. AJ gets this thing in the corner to Alex. Hands it off to Gibson.
Really?
Jaden at the top of the key surveying. And it's stolen away by Pella. But he tripped. Should be a travel. And there is none. Layup is missed though. Wow, Grinnell caught a break. That should have been a travel.
I don't see what is.
51 seconds left. Cole at the top of the key. I think he's going to try to wait it. 41 seconds left. Cole steps up, kicks to Alex. Alex is in trouble. And it's stolen away by Pella. And the Dutch are going to wait it out. And it's a timeout. Alex missed his opportunity. Grinnell didn't want to call their final timeout, so 26 seconds left. 63-63. Pella's going to have the ball. Pella won a buzzer beater on Tuesday. I know they probably love to go 2 for 2. It all comes down to this possession. Grinnell had a chance. They couldn't do it. So now can the Tigers hang on defensively here as Pella's going to go for the last shot. So here we go. 26 seconds left. Grinnell turned the ball over down here when they tried to wait that clock out. This is it. Pella's going to try to go for the win.
And they only need 2, so I would say
there's no waiting.
They're going to ditch it into DeYoung. That's where they're going to throw the ball into. So
63-63, 25 seconds left. Grinnell can't foul. Pella's just going to go the win. It's win or overtime here. Well, we saw a buzzer beater Tuesday night. We might see one here. Screen by DeYoung. They kick it around in the corner. 4 seconds. Off the screen. Three-pointer. No good. And that'll do it. We're going to overtime. There was no foul. No foul down there, but it doesn't matter. We're going to overtime.
I tell you what, there's a lot of frustration of some of the officialing here, but we're going to play on. We'll be in overtime, 63-63. Let's give her one more time around.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can take a few more minutes of this. So 63-63. Pella had a shot. They made a good play. It looked like the same exact play they won against Adel, except it was not Nelson taking the shot.
Yep, they were swinging around to hit that corner.
And now we get 4 more minutes of this. Pella is in the double bonus, so that's going to hurt. Owen Kaufman's out. So it really just throws out the window here. We're going to overtime. 63-63. I guarantee no one in this arena saw this happening.
Nope. I bet you there's some few that went home after the girls' game wish they would have stayed.
Oh my gosh.
Competition to the end, and these guys have not given up. It's been an excellent game to watch. Heck, I'm about ready to jump out of my seat here. It's so good.
We've been blessed with 4 more minutes. The jump music is playing. Overtime it is, 63-63. They're going to need overtime to settle this rivalry. If we get the scoring table figured out. Man, I hope we get that figured out. Here we go. DeYoung versus Mateus Durr. And Pella gets the tip. 4 more minutes. Hang on. Here's a drive to the basket. Layup is up and good. 65-63. Grinnell can't find a time now. They have to get going. That's a tip pass, and it'll be Grinnell basketball. Gibson at the corner, hands off to Mateus. The time will fly by quickly here. Gibson drives to the hoop, gets stuck, hands back to AJ. AJ at the top, thought about taking it. To Mateus. Over to Cole in the corner, stuck possession here for Grinnell. Cole drives baseline and thinks about it again. Grinnell has to get going. AJ drives all the way. His layup is no good, off glass, no foul either. And here come the Dutch. Time management is everything. And you know Pella's going to be milking this clock. Here's the drive to the basket. DeYoung gets nailed in the eye, and then we get a really late foul.
Fourth foul on Durr. Again, like I said earlier, we're in the double bonus, so every one of these go to the line now.
Big free throws for DeYoung. And he sinks his first. Well, no matter what happens tonight, I think the fact that Grinnell took this Pella team to overtime is quite something. And the second one falls. So now they got a gap. 4 points to go. 67-63, 2:58 remaining here. McGriff, stop and pop for 2. No good. Got his own rebound, though. Outside to AJ. 4-3. No good. He airballed it. And Jake tried to save it, but he couldn't.
Well, you know, coming into this ball game, they had a little motivation because the JV team knocked off their JV team. So, and that whole varsity team was sitting there supporting them, so.
67-63. If Pella gets a score here, it might be over. Two-pointer, no, it wasn't a two-pointer, but he tried to give it to Cole, who wasn't ready. And now Pella can wait some clock down. Here's the drive to the basket. Should be an offensive foul, but there isn't. Mateus keeps a hold. Man, I tell you, I got to be careful what I say, because there are Pella people watching, there are Grinnell people watching. But man, it's hard to watch tonight, folks. Jake Cole pulls up for 2, and he gets it to go. 2-point game, 67-65. 1:49 left, we're in overtime. Grinnell trying to pull off a huge upset.
Well, one thing for sure, these two teams are going to go out of here tonight beat. They are playing their hearts out.
And that hurts Grinnell, considering both Grinnell and Pella play Saturday games tomorrow.
Yeah, and they both play, afternoon.
Yeah. So Grinnell is doing Prairie City Monroe a favor, and Pella's doing CPU a favor. Grinnell's got to do something here because Pella's just going to hold this basketball. They're going to have to play up. Jake's going to play up a little tighter. Nelson drives to the hoop, goes up strong, can't get it to go. And we got it over the back.
That's number 5 on DeYoung. He's out of there.
He's done it. He just has to laugh about it, but we're getting 2 free throws.
He's shaking his head in a little bit of disagreement, but
huge free throws by Mateus. Well, the crowd chant's overrated to DeYoung, but personally, I think he's a very good fundamental player. I don't think he was really overrated coming into this game. I think he's underrated.
Yeah, some of what you have.
Mateus thinks his first.
His size playing against people that are smaller, and he is a strong player. So, I mean, actually, it was kind of fun to watch Owen go against him because
Mateus misses the second. 67-66. Pella's got 59 seconds. You know they're going to wait this thing out. They got to play tight. Jaden fouls. Smart. Grinnell only trails by 1, so it's not bad. Pella leads 67-66. 52 seconds left here in overtime. Big free throws by the Dutch. And it's no good. He rimmed it. (67-66). Coach Sharp is going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. So out of the timeout, Grinnell trails Pella 67-66. And it'll be Pella shooting one more free throw. crazy night of basketball. We're coming up on 15 minutes to the top of the hour. We've been here all night. Not really, but we've been here a while. And this thing isn't over. Here's the free throw. No good. 1 point game, 67-66. What's Grinnell trying to do? Gibson gets a screen by Hull. McGriff at the top of the key, gets a screen. Hull, McGriff goes all the way. Can't get it away, and we got a jump ball, Grinnell ball. And we got lucky there. Either way, if we miss it, you can still foul.
Right. Well, the big thing is take a little bit more off the clock and try to get a good 2-point shot. The disadvantage is the 3-point shooting that Pella has is incredible.
Jaden gets it inside, and it is stolen, but out of bounds. Jaden cross corner to AJ, and he stepped out of bounds.
Oh.
AJ gets caught slipping. And Grinnell's have to play a foul game.
Miscue on a little bit of a wild pass, and that gets AJ's foot out of bounds right down there in the corner.
(67-66). Grinnell can foul here, and they should. I think they're going to wait till they maybe pass it off here. 30 seconds left. Grinnell's got a foul here soon, and they do. But they foul one of the better free throw shooters.
Four fouls for Cole going in.
Grinnell's just on a rough end of this.
24-2 left in this ball game.
67-66. Big free throws here. Good.
A lot of things that a lot of people didn't predict about this ball game, but it's definitely been one worth tuning in and watching on the live stream network.
Second free throw is good. 3-point ball game. 69-66. I mean, I really don't know what you do here. I'm surprised Pella's not fouling, honestly. McGriff kicks outside. AJ back to Jaden. Gibson for three, and he airballed it. And Grinnell's got a foul. I know Jaden would love to have that one back.
You know, the crazy thing is I've seen Jaden Gibson sink them from out there pretty easy, so there's frustration kind of starting to boil in these Tigers' blood, but this has been one heck of a ball game.
And Pella might have just put it away. 4-point game. Schulte telling his players not to foul. And he sinks the second. Pella's going to call timeout here, 71-66. There was no timeout. I thought they called one, but Grinnell's got to get it in. Jaden hurries up court. Backs in, tries to get fouled. He does! Oh, but he traveled. He tried to spin, but he couldn't get it. Pella's going to toss this thing in. Let's see if Grinnell fouls. But Pella will avoid a scare. And when I mean a scare, a major scare. They get the ball in, and that'll do it. Pella survives Grinnell, 71-66 in overtime. I guess some final words while we get the final.
This one definitely played down to the wire, but no disappointment at all from the Grinnell Tigers, except for they not getting a win out of this, but performance and improvement. My goodness, this Tiger team is playing against the number 2 team in the state, and they played with them head-to-head all the way to the end of the ball game. For the fans, I think it was by far one of the best ball games that they sit right here in this Grinnell gymnasium and watched in a long time. So I'm not going to displace it any.
No.
These Tigers did a great job, and I know it's hard to say a great job on a loss, but they played a good game tonight.
Well, that'll do it. Wrap it up. Thank you to everyone who tuned in here, whether it was at the beginning of the game or the end of the game. It's a final from Grinnell. Pella wins 71-66. It took overtime, but Grinnell falls. But, man, it was a great game put on by the Tigers. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon. We'll try to weather the snow. And maybe we won't have a game tomorrow, but we'll see if we can make it through the snowstorm. Again, Grinnell falls to Pella. Thank you to everyone for watching this evening. I'm Blake Walker, along with my partner Dan Walker and Craig Seek, our cameraman. Thank you so much.